The next word is must. Right, in the present, it does not have a past tense. And it's unique among the core modal verbs in that it doesn't have a past tense. And it expresses necessity in a very absolute fashion, right? You must stop this madness at once. It also expresses a conclusion. He must be leaving, right? If used with have, it is only this, right? So you cannot say he mustn't have killed. Sorry. You can't say he must have done his homework. Right? That does not mean it is necessary for him to have done his homework. That means that, again, according to my observations and reason and logic, it is necessary that he did his homework. Right? This does not mean, according to my observation, that does not mean according to societal rules, according to my expectations, it is obligatory that he have done his homework. That's not what it means. Right, just to be clear. And it is also, and negation is always internal. And the contraction is mustn't. So what it means for negation to always be internal is that if you need to say something such as, we don't know if bees fly, but we know that they don't not fly. If you want to say something like that, you're going to need another word, right? Because even if you express it in the past, it's no use. I forgot to mention. Negation is always external in questions, right? If I say, won't you have went by then? What I'm saying is, I have an example for this. I don't need to make it up on the spot. Yeah. If I say, can't the bus just be late? I'm saying, I'm asking you, according to your experience, is it not possible that the bus is late? And you'll notice how the not is external there, right? I'm not asking you if the bus is not late, right? Obviously, the bus is not late. It's past the scheduled time, and the bus is not here, right? And if I ask you, can't it be that the bus is just late? I'm not asking you, is the bus on time? Because no, it's not, right? What I'm asking you is it not possible that the bus is late? And the negation is external, right? That is why this matters. Anyway, last one, can. It's good I left a bunch of space. Because this is a hard one. It's the most common modal verb by far. In fact, if you go in my Notion notes, which I will link at the bottom of this video, actually. If you go into my Notion notes, you should see that if you go into my Notion notes, you should see that almost half of all the notes I made on this section starts with the word can, right? Can be used as a feature marker. Can be used as to indicate the habitual aspect. Can be used to ask for advice. Can be used to state obligations. Can be used to state an epistemological conclusion. There we go. Epistemological conclusion. Yes. Epistemic conclusion, I guess. But yeah, that's because can means a lot of things. First of all, it expresses ability. He can speak French. The bus can arrive on time, but it doesn't. He can speak French, but he doesn't. Right? It expresses existence. Right? What's an example of this? There can be certain instances where this rule does not hold up. As in, there exists certain instances where this rule does not hold up, right? Can be substituted. Yeah, exactly. Like I said, can be, which is expressing ability. Can be substituted in by exists. It expresses permission. And this is a recent merge. You can take one. You can go to the bathroom. You can leave. Can also be used with have to express uncertainty. Although this is, I believe this is very uncommon. I should also state that the conjunction for must have is must have. Because I forgot to say it. It is commonly used to make requests. Can I have one? If negated, the requests are impatient and angry. If negated, the requests are impatient and angry. And it is commonly used with senses to express ability. I can see him. I can hear him. I can touch the pole. I can taste the food. I can see. Wow. I'm holding markers, so I can't clap. But yeah. Past tense is a bit unique because it can be used as a normal past tense. Which is, just to reiterate, none of the past tenses. If I say would, it does not imply any of this. It does not mean any of this. It only means this. Right? But if I say could, it can be used in all of these instances as a past tense. I could see, for example. But now I went blind. So I can't anymore. It is used to express probability. in addition to all of the above. And it's similar to might, as in it's a weaker probability than may and much weaker than will. Right? And it can be substituted, and it can substituted in to make requests. Right? And it's a bit more polite, honestly. Could is a bit more uncertain than can. Could is a bit more uncertain than can, right? So, for example, he could breathe fire. He could also not. I don't know. Right? It's all a little bit uncertain. Right? Now it's quite special when it comes to negation because it is external primarily. And its contractions are can and could. But it can also, some other contractions are cannot and could not. Right? There's no contraction for could not, except could. But there are two contractions for cannot. And cannot is generally more formal than can't. It's not really that big of a deal. But the last thing is if stress is placed on the not, then negation becomes internal. Right? For example, I cannot wear a suit versus I cannot wear a suit. You see the difference? If you're a native English speaker, you probably see the difference. This is a good time to mention that my videos are targeted towards native English speakers too. And I don't know how to brand myself to make myself visible to them as well. But it's meant to be a way of looking at linguistic concepts through the lens of English, as well as learning English through the lens of linguistic concepts. Right?